guys, it's Emily from Novelle Novels and welcome to October's TBR, my October TBR. Now you would have already seen that I've got my October TBR, but I like to mix it up, I like to do things fun, and I've got some books from other genres here. Now, this is my second time filming it, so I will tell you what the TBR showed me, because you know what I'm like, can't edit, so I have to show you, and it will just be, it is what it is. I have had a bit of a rough few weeks because I've had a bit of a cold, so some of my videos have been a bit sniffly. I'm really sorry about that. Typical, the kids are back at school. I've managed to catch it. It's nothing for you to worry about, but thank you, Julie, by the way, because she reached out to me and checked up on me. Really appreciate that. But with everything that's going on with the second wave, my anxiety's been really bad, so my videos may be some like me being yay and some me being just me. I am who I am. I'm real to you guys, and I'll let you know I'm human. I'm having a bit of a tough time. You know, it's like it is what it is, it says on the tin. It's not an easy time for any of us, and I'm struggling. But BookTube's been amazing. You guys are amazing, and I'm getting through it. So, I've decided that the TBR jar, because I picked 13 books, so I don't automatically know what December's going to be. I'm going to roll over the book that's left in the TBR jar to next year, and I will be carrying on doing the TBR for next year, because I found the TBR jar is a brilliant way of getting rid of books that scare me and challenging me. And trust me, when you see what this month's picked, it really has challenged me. So I'll get on with it. I'll show you the book that the TBR jar did pick. I'm completely honest, it picked The Queen's Choice by Anne O'Brien. This is massive. It's over 100 pages, over 500 pages. Set in France in 1399, the Duke of Brittany is dead, and his widow, Joan of Navarre, has inherited control of their lands, a testament to her intelligence, integrity and political prowess. Then comes an unprecedented proposal from Henry IV, the King of England, the price of becoming his queen, abandoning her homeland, leaving her children and sacrificing her independence. I bought this last year because Julie had mentioned that Julie had liked Anne O'Brien. But what's put me off has been the size of this book. And why is it? In October, when I've got loads of 500-page books, I've got this. You guys, this TBR jar does not like me one blooming bit. But it's chosen. I'll get on with it. You know me. I'll do it. Please, God, let the TBR jar be nice next month. I'll not be happy. There you go. It's gone away. I'm not talking to it at all. Right. So you guys would have seen that in October I'm doing a buddy read with Krista from Books and Jams. I'm reading Agnes Grey. Now I will show you the first book that I'm starting, the first buddy read of the month, which is Boys Don't Cry by Mallory Blackman. This is, I liked Noughts and Crosses, and in next year I'm going to be carrying on with the Noughts and Crosses series. I've decided I'm going to crack on. I don't know why I haven't carried on with it. But this is one of her YA books. You're waiting on the postman. He's bringing your exam results, university, a career as a journalist. A glittering future lies ahead. When the doorbell rings, it's your old girlfriend and she's carrying a baby, your baby. And she's had enough and now it's your turn. What would you do? I'm buddy reading this with the lovely Chloe from Chloe Reads Things. Chloe Reads Books. Chloe, one of these days I'll remember your channel name. I'm awful. But Chloe's amazing and I love her. So we're starting this on the 1st. It tackles the prompt of a book with an author of colour. I love Noughts and Crosses and I'm looking forward to trying this YA book. It's not the longest, it's probably one of my shorter books. It's only about 280 pages. So it'll only take about 6 days to read. Can't wait for it. Really excited by it, and thank you so much, Chloe, for buddy reading. And it's a hardback. If it's good, I'll keep it. If not, I'll still have to get rid of it. Fingers crossed. Me and Chloe had a bit of a bad luck in September. So we tend to alternate it. This month should be good. Next, I'm reading a book that's going to scare the bejeebers out of me. I'm reading it at the end of the month with the lovely Tia from Tia and All the Books. I'm reading Carrie by Stephen King. This is going to scare the crap out of me. I know it is. I know I'm going to be petrified. But I wanted to meet the goal of I want to meet my horror goal. This is a short horror. Again, only 240 pages. There is a reason why Stephen King, right, Carrie White is going as a gift of telekinesis. To be invited to prom night by Tommy Ross is a dream come true for Carrie. The first step was social acceptance by her high school colleagues. But events will take a decidedly macabre turn on a horrifying and endless night as she's forced to exercise her terrible gift on a town that mocks and loathes her. I'll be reading this probably as soon as I get up, because I do not want to get nightmares. If this becomes challenging, I will be honest, but I am determined to push myself. Although, am I pushing myself too hard? Let me know, guys, because I'm completely and utterly cacking myself. But hopefully reading it with Tia will help. That's another reason why I'm reading it with Tia, because sort of, we're going to read it around Halloween. Mainly Halloween's going to be very different this year for the poor kids, but we're not going to go there. So I'm going to be reading that in honour of Halloween. Now, a book that I'm probably the most excited about for the whole sodding month, apart from my Victober books, this is the book that I am seriously excited about. And I'm reading it with the lovely Gemma from Read a Book Gem, who I'm going to be meeting in October. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes all right and we get to. The Watchmaker of Filigree Street by Natasha Pulley. I heard about this on Casey's channel. My lovely sister Charlie's given it to me because I've got the second in the series, which is Bedlam Stacks, and I wanted the first. And she's given me her copy, which we found in a charity shop together. And she, oh my God, end pages are beautiful. Look at it. So he lived his life like clockwork until he met the watchmaker. So it's set in 1883. Daniel Steepleton returns to his tiny flat to find a gold pocket watch in his pillow. When the watch saves Daniel's life from a blast that destroys Scotland Yard, he goes in search of its maker, Kitamori, a kind, lonely Japanese immigrant. Meanwhile, Grace Carrow is sneaking into the Oxford Library, desperate to prove the existence of a luminous ether before her mother can force her to marry. As the life of these three characters becomes entwined, events spiral out of control until Daniel is torn between loyalties, futures, and opposing geniuses. This looks amazing. It's not too big. I'm reading it with only about 300 pages, which is good. I like the look of this. So blooming excited. I cannot wait. I'm reading this one with Gemma. Then in November we got another buddy read. And I think hopefully in December, she might agree, or December or January, we'll read the Bedlam Stacks. But so excited. Can't wait. Thought I'd save that for the second half, you know. When I'm reading a hot book that's scary, I thought I'd read a nice book. Although that could be scary as well. Now, originally I saw that on Jess from Read a Book Jess, I think, is Read with Jess was hosting a readathon of Rebecca, but I've not heard her talk about it again, so I don't know if she is still. But I've had this on my shelves for ages. Oh, Linda, do you want a buddy read it, by the way? I remember you saying that you wanted to read Rebecca. This book I've had for ages. My sister Charlie told me to get it. It's a beautiful copy. I found it in a charity shop. You guys know that Rebecca is a book that everyone's talked about. Loads of people have loved it. Lauren loved it. Loads of people have loved it. And I want to read it. Rebecca is dead, and yet she influences every action and thought of the other characters in the book. The moment I finished it, Mallory Blackman liked it. Oh, that's got to be good. On a trip to south of France, the shy heroine of Rebecca falls in love with Maxime de Winter, a wealthy, handsome widower. But as they arrive in Madeley, his Cornish mansion, a change comes over Max, and the young bride is filled with dread. This looks scary. I'm going to read it for over the first 2 weeks in October, and I'm excited and I'm petrified and I can't flipping wait. 50 pages a day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to read it about 40 to 50 pages a day because I want to get it read. But like I said, I've got lots of books that are going to be read slowly. Am I going to manage this, or am I going to end up killing myself? Am I going to end up finding myself going stir crazy? But finally get this read. If I like it, I keep it. If I don't, I don't. Now, my friend's choice for the month, you would have seen in Victober. Kate from Kate Howell chose Adam Bede by George Eliot. I wanted to read a George Eliot book. It's actually, although it looks big, it's only like 461 pages, so it's not as big as some of the other ones. It's George Eliot's first full-length novel, and yeah, I don't know too much about it. I don't like knowing too much about classics, because if I read the back, I'll find out too much. But again, found this in a charity shop this year, start of this year. Looks gorgeous. Thanks, Kate. Hope I like it. Now, another buddy book that I'm reading with the group of us is Crime and Punishment. Would have read the first half in September, second half in October. Sorry, guys. And it's only reading like a chapter or so a day. It's easy. It's achievable, manageable. I'm not as enjoying it. Give a sneaky peek. I'm not really enjoying it that much. Sorry, guys. It's all right, but it's not setting my world on fire like some of the other books I'm reading at the moment. So, but I will carry on. I will read it to the end. Just not the be all and end all. So now I'm showing you, I've got a few other books. I'm just trying to reach out so I can grab them gently, just to sort of mix it up, and they're not too big. And finally, I will be finishing. I don't normally include these books because I don't like including children's books in this. But I'm finally reading the last in the series of this. It's probably one of the biggest ones of Mallory Towers. But I'll be reading that at bedtime. You guys know I'm loving this series, so God, warms the cockles of my heart. So that'll be read. Then, by the author of Goodnight, Mr. Tom, I'm reading a little love story. I bought this for my birthday. Do not know too much about it. I think it's historical. Yep, it's set in 1943, wartime historical fiction. Derry shook the reins, and then Rose's utter astonishment. He put the reins in one hand and gently linked his little finger. Rose could feel every inch of her skin singing. Then it dawned on her, was it possible that Derry was trying to tell her that he'd fallen in love with her? So, love story set in wartime. This will be good to read alongside all the other books that are harder. This looks gentle, this looks sweet. Can't wait for it, actually. It's perfect. Then I'm going to be finally finishing the last in the Spinsters trilogy by Holly Bourne. I want to include this in my TBR. I want to finish this month. I loved the first two, and I can't wait to read the last one. It's actually a series I'm keeping. This guy, it tells you something, guys. I am not including it in my TBR, but there's another series that I'm going to be releasing, which you'll see once I've read it, if I get time. But this is Lottie's story. So we've already read about Evie and their other friend. How to start a feminist resolution. Call out anything that isn't unfair on one gender. Don't call out the same thing twice. Always keep it funny and don't let everything slide, even when you're starting to break. Can't wait to read this. The lovely Nicole from Beautiful Chaos Books got me to start this series. Love it. Can't wait to read it. So excited by it. Then lastly, a book that I am reading for a book tour with Love Bookstores. This is Love and a Little White Lie. I can't remember exactly when in this month I'm reading it, but it's a vlog tour book. It's Christian fiction mixed with chick lit. It's a debut author, I believe. No, she won a book for award-winning My Hope Next Door. So it looks good. It's a Christian fiction, so after all the anti-Christian books I've been reading recently, it'd be nice for me to read those. It's after a heartbreak leaves her reading, January Sanders is open to everything, including moving to a cabin in her aunt's wedding venue property and accepting a temporary position at her aunt's church, despite being a lifelong receptive faith. Choosing to keep her doubts to herself, she's determined to give her all support to Grace's community's overworked staff and helping her to move on. What she doesn't count on is meeting the church's handsome, charming guitarist. A match set for disaster, but January has no ability to stay away, even if it means pretending to have faith in God that she doesn't believe in. This could be interesting. I don't want to push my faith on anyone because that's my choice. That's part of who I am. I do believe in God, although at the moment, the world the way it is, it's certainly a time of challenging my faith. But this looks like a book that I will really need this month, and it will certainly come at a really good time when I need to perk up, read a bit of romance, and see the joy in life. And it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. I love the look of it. Love it, love it, love it. And I just realised it's going to match a prompt for the Autumn Readathon. Anyway, guys, I am really excited about my books in October. I've got Victober and I've got some lovely books to go alongside it. Yes, I've got some challenges. Yes, I've got some books that are going to push the boundaries, but I'm determined to enjoy it. Towards the end of the month, obviously, it's half term, so who knows how that's going to mix it all up. But big thank you. Like I said, I know I keep thanking you all, but thank you all for your support. It really means a lot to me, and I think you're all absolutely amazing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling. And I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.